Hi friends, Dave Peterson here. We're going to take another look at Charlie Christian today. This time Blues in B, which was just a jam tune. They were sitting in the studio, perhaps waiting for Benny Goodman to show up. There's another studio jam called Waiting for Benny, but this one is in the key of B and it's a 12-bar blues. So, wasn't meant for public consumption, but it's called Blues in B. An unusual key for many instruments. On the guitar I don't particularly care because I just slide my hand up and down. There's no black and white notes. But on the piano there's a lot of black keys. It's 5 sharps. So maybe that's why the piano player Johnny Guarnieri called it out. It's kind of fun for a piano player to play the black keys. And at one point in the audio, if you've heard the original, could be George Auld, the sax player, or Cootie Williams, the trumpet player, says, "What the hell key is this in?" Something like that, because horn players are not used to playing in the key of B. But Charlie adapts pretty well, but he makes a few what we call clams, or mistakes possibly. I'll try to point those out. You might not consider them mistakes. In music, sometimes we play outside the key, but some of these are kind of pungent sounding, so I think Charlie was just clowning around, not playing too seriously, experimenting. Let's get into it. What I'm going to do, at the beginning of the video, I was playing to the actual audio at full speed, trying my best, and I've got it queued up in my laptop over here, connected to a speaker, and it has sort of a synthetic sounding guitar, and it's got the piano backing track that I transcribed. It took quite a while, and I think I got it pretty close. So it's got 5 choruses, or 5 times through the 12-bar blues, which they call a chorus in jazz. So let's get into it. The first one sounds like this. Okay, so they're just getting into it, and Charlie's using what I call the slippery third. You could go from a minor 3 in the key of B, which would be on the 7th fret of the G string, sliding up with your 2nd finger. Kind of sounds like he's sliding more like a whole step. Typical Charlie kind of a slide, bebop thing. And one of the most common licks in bebop. If you know music theory, it's 3, 5, 6, 1. And the next lick, a little bit strange. He bends a minor third about a 1/4 step down to a root on the 7th fret of the top E. This is the 10th fret. Then to the 2nd degree of the scale on the 9th fret. Next part. That's a cute little lick, and I'll just point out some of the highlights because 5 choruses, I can't take the time to go through everything. But so it features this sort of thing. So he's got minor third, major third, or 7th, 8th fret, up to a 6, minor third, major third, to a 5th of the chord. I'm thinking of this shape. And that's pretty much the end of the first chorus. It's got one more bar that kind of leads into the second chorus. Now there's what you might call a clam or a mistake. I'm not sure, but to play that note over B dominant 7 blues, that's a major 7. That's the pretty 7, I call it, and here's the one I think he meant to play. So he accidentally goes and then corrects, goes down to the correct flat 7 there on the 10th fret of the B. Slides up to it. Typical little lick. Sounds like this. Now that's the saxophone lick that I included just for fun. You can play it or not. Any of these licks, I'm not sure you're going to want to memorize this whole 5-chorus solo. You can if you want to, mistakes and all, but this is what the sax player does, I think. And then it goes to the 4 chord, which is E, or E7, E9. Up to the B, and that's a C sharp, D, and this is a F sharp, B, B, C sharp, D, F sharp. Lots of sharps. So he goes to the regular 5th of B, but now it's the 9 of the 4 chord. Then this lick. So in B, that would be a sharp 5. We're sliding into it. Nice little lick. Bends that one down to the F sharp, B, D sharp, the 3rd of B. Reiterating a whole bunch of flat 7s in the key of B. And now, leading into the 3rd chorus, he does octaves, a little bit Wes Montgomery style, who came after Charlie. Not sure who was the first guy to do octaves on the guitar, doesn't really matter. Starting on the major 7 of B to the root. And then the next chorus camping out on that root with little syncopated rhythm. So he's on the beat, little triplet feel, da 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 da, and then slides off that and does some 4ths and bends that one. A little bit unusual there. So that's 9th fret of the B string, 8th fret of the G string, 7th fret of the B, 6th fret of the G. And then now to the flat 3 in D, or the flat 7 of E. So here's a E7, so that's the flat 7, 7th fret of the G. Bends it a little bit. Flat 7, 5, 4, 4, 3 in E. It starts with the now we're back to the tonic chord, flat 7 of B. Got got a minor third in there. And then a 6 and the root. A bunch of F sharps there. I think. Right. Major 7 root in B flat. Nice little lick. And now we're coming up to the 4th chorus in 2 more bars. Okay, this is leading into the 4th chorus. Again, F sharps, 7th fret of the B. This next lick makes me think of tap dancing. I don't know why, I can just picture somebody tap dancing over that. Nice wholesome little lick. So he's doing a hammer-on pull-off on the 6th and 8th fret of the G. Second time up to that G sharp, the 6th. And again, I think he would be cupping the neck. I think this is how Charlie would grip the neck and not use the little finger very much. And then a nice descending lick. I use my little finger, but I'm not sure Charlie would. So the intervals in B with 3, 2, flat, 7, 5, chromatically, down to the 3rd, and then 1 more. Now there's another clam, I think, or kind of mistake. Now he's playing over the 4 chord, E dominant 7 or E9. Those notes don't really work very well, I don't think. We've got a 4th of E, which we normally avoid, and then a sharp 5 of E. So again, they're just playing around in the studio. He may have been joking with that, actually. Now these 2 notes are okay. Another little bit of boilerplate, simple inside lick. Sliding up to the major 3, 5, root, root, root. Now that lick, da, 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 I think is another thing that Charlie wouldn't play on stage, but he's just noodling around. Da, 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 da. Now he's playing over the 5 chord, sort of. Well, the piano player sometimes plays a 2 chord instead of the 5 chord, but those... Another one I'm not sure he was real proud of, but reiterating that note, to just pass over it once is one thing, but to so that whole lick, then sliding up to a B on the 12th fret. Getting into the 5th and final chorus. from the flat 7 again. He seems to like that a lot. Down to a 6. Pretty simple lick, just a little rhythmic playing around there. Now he outlines a E dominant 9 chord, backwards arpeggio, kind of. He's got 9, flat 7, 5, 4, 3 of an E9 chord, kind of typical Charlie thing. I think that's it. That's a nice lick. So he's got the backwards arpeggio and then down the scale up to a E. Now he's outlining an E7 chord. Up to the root. Alright, and just over the last bar or so there, the guy in the control room shouts out 10 seconds, and they've got to wrap it up. So he ends with this lick. Again, if you buy the PDF and the bonus package, you'll see exactly what he played. Get some ideas out of this for your own soloing and improvising. One of the greatest guitar players that ever lived his short life, unfortunately. Hope you got something out of it, and I'll see you next time. Take care.